Rule 5. Like I said before, I did something similar to this. I think this is more detailed than what I did back in the day. And about 13 years ago. And when I was doing this, basically I take the slide I did before and I rebuild it or reconstruct it, whatever the case may be. A lot of those slides I actually delete. One of the slides, there you go, that I found that was on my old slide was, I call it a guardian's perspective now. That's what I like to call you guys now, instead of calling you a game effect, I call you guardians. It's about how we come into the game, and we need to come into the game with the right mindset. And I used to call it DA mindset. And the first part of that mindset was, when we come to the game, we're not dictators. No, I mean, it all depends how you look at yourself, right? You can be like, you go there, you go there, you move there, you move there. And we can be dictators, we can be a-holes all day. But we're directors, right? Hey guys, go to your, timeout is up. Let's get out of the huddle. All right, let's line up for the free kick. We're directing our young participants, not necessarily being a dictator. It's all about how you see yourself. Next part of that, we encouragers, not enforcers. Do we enforce? Yes. Do we dictate sometimes? Yes. But we should be encouraging sportsmanship more than we try to enforce it by throwing fouls and penalties. So we need to be encouragers of fair play, encouragers of safety and sportsmanship with our participants as well. And the last one, we're advisors, not agitators, right? We're not there just to get on everybody's nerves and agitate everyone. We're there to advise them and to help them throughout the game and to learn the game. We should be teaching the players and the coaches the rules. Unfortunately, there's a lot of us who are not teaching them the rules, and we're teaching them wrong rules or incorrect rules, and that's why we're doing this, to try to correct that. Okay. Rule 5, a series of downs, numbers of downs, and team's possession after penalty. A couple of things. I know y'all probably getting sick and tired of my text messages. I literally text you all at least 2 or 3 times a week. One reason I do it, because there's gonna be no excuse for the 50-something people I send SMS messages to, or DM, how you call it, saying, hey, we got a Zebra Zoom coming up. Here goes the link. So I can't be no excuses. I'm sorry, man, I didn't know about it, or I just heard about it. There's no excuses. I think the most participants we got in our class are 19. I know some people go to church, like Spencer and Eric feels that they're in church today, and that's commendable and that's great. And there's some that has to work, or some have to do some extra game. That's fine. But with 54 or 60 people that I sent out these messages to, I mean, at least half of that could make these Zebra Zooms. And I think I know the reason why. One, they know everything, and they feel, hey, Andre is not going to tell me anything I don't know. But the crazy thing about it is that when people respond to the messages, they give it incorrect answers. So it's very important that they come to these Zebra Zooms so they can get the correct answer and stop making all those incorrect calls or incorrect no calls, right? So I'm not saying you have to participate in our messages, and I send our message like how many ways that Team A can get awarded first down, or how many ways that Team B can get awarded a first down. Those are questions I want to hear your answers. I want to see your response. Getting it right or wrong, it doesn't matter, because we're going to cover it here in our Zoom classes anyway, and you will be able to learn the right answer. And it just helps. It just gives me a gauge of where everyone's at. So here we go. Rule 5. All right. So we're going to cover section 1 and 2 and 1. So again, what we're doing here in these classes, look at it as a supplement to your personal studies and development. Each and every one of you all should be doing your own personal development, your own personal studies. Each and every one of y'all should be doing this on a regular basis. All right. That is you getting it and learning it for yourself. This is more like a supplement. All right. Just because you have a question or you read something you didn't really understand, and maybe we may clarify, or you may be to ask a question here. Our goal is to get each and every one of you all to get into the rule book for yourself and to learn the rules and to know the rules and let these classes be supplements. All right. All right. So I'm gonna go back and look at something in Rule 1. The team in possession has a series of 4 downs numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4 to advance the ball to the line of game. Very simple. That's the simplicity of football. You can find it in youth, high school, college, collegiate, and professional. That is the simplicity of football that we talked about in Rule 1. And so that's very simple. Everybody should know that. A down is action which starts with a legal snap. A down ends when the ball is next becomes dead. We already looked at in Rule 3 about what, in Rule 4, what caused the ball to die, what caused the ball to become live, what should we do if the dead ball foul happened before the snap. We cover those things. We'll definitely cover some more throughout this course. But again, we've been discussing that. And the last one is a loss of down is the loss of the right to replay a down. Right? So you don't lose a down in the sense of like you're gonna go from 0. I mean, let's say you commit a change of possession, you intercepted the ball and you throw an illegal forward pass, which a penalty subscribed for the illegal forward pass is a loss of down. However, because you're going to keep the ball as your first time having the ball, we don't just say, okay, now you go to second down. That prescription does not apply on a change of possession where a loss of down is prescribed. In the fundamentals of football, all series of downs must begin with first down. So that's the only time that a loss of down would not be prescribed is when a change of possession and there's a legal forward pass or a legal forward handling what prescribes a loss of down. Obviously, you won't have a loss of down. All right, an awarded new series. So this is about, it's not about talking about the automatic first downs. It's just talking about ways that anyone can get awarded a new series of downs. The team which next put the ball in play by scrimmage following a free kick touched by our fair catch is awarded a series of 4 consecutive number downs, which we already discussed, in which to advance to the line of game. A new series is with first and 10 yards to gain is awarded unless one of the following is involved: a try, a field goal, a free kick after a safety, or a fair catch are awarded fair catch. And you know, we went over this in Rule 4 and in Rule 3 that anytime after a score, it must begin with a free kick. So there's no awarded first downs in regards to those field goals or tries. It goes straight to a free kick. All right, so we're going to look at awarded first downs for Team A, Team B, Team K, Team R. And we're going to look at how downs work after a penalty. Couple of things. Team A means offense, Team B means defense, Team K means the kicking team, and Team R means the receiving team. I know it's elementary, guys, but these videos are meant for those who never officiated football, probably never even watched football, who decided they want to come out and be an official. We have to cover the basics for everyone. All right, down correction. And we're going to spend a little bit of time on this because it's very important to me. Down correction. The referee shall correct the number of the next down prior to the ball becoming live after a new series of downs is awarded and prior to the declaration of the end of any period. So basically what that's saying is this. Let's say we gave somebody a fifth down. We gave somebody an extra down. Instead of 4, they actually got 5 downs. And in that 5th down, let's say they got a first down. Okay. So if that ball is snapped on a legal snap on that new series of downs, once that play is ran, even if we realize that we gave them an extra down, we cannot correct it, right? In other words, it must be corrected before the ball is snapped on a new series of downs or before the referee declare that the period has ended and we are already going into another period, all right? But let's talk about this because this is very, very, very important. Communication among officials is important, right? We're going to be talking about for a long time the 7 stars or the 7 qualities of an official going from good to great, G to G. One of those qualities is communication, not only among ourselves, but also with the players and coaches. When I first became an official eons ago, probably about 17 years ago, I believe it is, I had a mentor that taught me that communication is not just visual, but also verbal. And look right here in this picture, you'll see that they're giving a 4th down signal. The box still say 3, but I think he's about to change it. It's very important that we communicate not only visual, but verbal, because we got to make sure we get this right, right? Every play, every down, we should be communicating with each other because it keeps us involved in the play. Sometimes we can be out there and we can drone out. We can be thinking about what we're going to be doing after this or whatever the case may be, what I'm going to eat, who I'm going to go see. I have a date after this. And we lose our mind, we lose track, and we don't stay focused. And now, what typically happens? The coach asks you, what down is it? And you say, coach, it's 3rd down. But yet, it's 4th down. The coach runs a play, and then everyone else, the referee, the umpire, the other wing official, picking up the ball or saying, stopping the clock and giving directions in the other way. And the coach like, wait a minute, what happened? I guess it was 4th down. No, you told me it was 3rd down. I'm like, no, it was 4th down with a punt the ball. Now, he's trying to get another play, which is not going to work. But yet we cause friction because we lost track of the down. So it's very important that we always communicate, not only visual, but also verbal. True communication is visual and verbal, should be done before and after each down, especially after a penalty, be it accepted or declined, because that's where we run into problems at, right? Do we replay the down or is it a loss of down, right? There's sometimes we may have a dead ball foul, which we move back 5 yards. Then the next foul might be a live ball foul on offense that we move back, but a play was ran, but they're getting penalized and we're moving it back. And now, if you're not paying attention, your box may flip another down, or you may flip your down indicator thinking that the next down had happened. Or a penalty may be declined, and you may think it's been replayed. And so you got replay it down when there's actually the penalty was declined, and it's going to be the next down. So that's why it's so important. If I'm the head linesman, I'm looking at my referee. I'm saying, hey, 2nd down. I'm not only just doing visual, I'm also saying it. 2nd down. I'm looking at my umpire. 2nd down. If I got a bike judge, 2nd down. I'm looking across to my other official, 2nd down. And I'm looking at each and every one of them. Give me a feedback that, yes, I got the correct down. If I don't have the correct down, I might say 2nd down. Oh, no, it's 3rd down. 3rd down? I look over, third down, oh, my bad, I must have missed it. Third down. Also, it helps with the coaches on the sideline. If you're saying verbally third down, fourth down, you don't got to worry about that coach keep asking you, hey man, what down it is? Because you're saying it so that everybody around you can hear it. And now we're all in the game when we're staying focused, right? So the best way to prevent, one of the best ways to prevent missing a down, shorting a team a down, which typically never happens. We normally give a team more downs. We have to communicate with each other constantly. That goes with timeouts, right? How many times we think a team has a timeout when they're completely out of timeout, right? I come from old school. I believe we should give out a color and a number. I always have this discussion with the guys on the field with me. They'd be like 2 and 3. I'd be like, what? Blue has 2 and red has 3? Because guess what? What if I'm not looking? You say 2 and 3. I don't know what that means, right? So always give out a color and then a number for timeouts remaining, okay? Okay, so Team A. The first way that Team A obviously can get awarded a first down is by advancing to or beyond the line of game, right? It's forward progress. Just get the ball, run it. They can do it by running. They can do it by passing, right? And they get a first down. They get past the line of game. They get that first down, right? So I always look at it like this. The short-term goal of an offense is to get a first down. The long-term goal of the offense is to score. All right. The second way Team A can get a first down is an acceptance of a penalty includes the award of a first down. Now, this is where I saw a lot of different answers. This is where I've seen some crazy stuff. So let's talk about football, right? The simplicity of football, and this is where we get in problems at, with the simplicity of football, right? Because in youth, you got 4 downs and 11 players, right? In high school, you got 4 downs and 11 players. In college, you got 4 downs and 11 players. In professional, you got 4 downs and 11 players, right? You got holding in youth. You got holding in high school. You got holding in college. You got holding in the professional league. You got pass interference in youth. You got pass interference in high school. You got pass interference in college, and you got pass interference in professional football. So there's the terminology is the same. The amount of players on the team is the same. The fouls are somewhat called the same. So we assume that everything is the same. The difference is the penalty, right? What's prescribed for that foul? This is where the change is large, okay? So in youth that modified their rules according to the National Federation High School rules, they typically fall under the National Federation rules in regards to what is a foul, which includes a awarded first down. For example, NFL, a pass interference is a spot foul and an automatic first down. Obviously, we know that pass interference in high school and youth is not a spot foul. It's a 15-yard penalty. But again, we gotta understand, guys, forget about high school. I mean, in NFL, get your rule book and read your rule book and find out what is an awarded first down at this level, and don't worry about what's an awarded first down at that level. Typically, in the NFL, every 15-yard penalty comes with an awarded first down. That is not the case for youth and high school. An unsportsmanlike conduct in youth and high school is not a first down. A personal foul, which some are, we're going to go over right now, but most of them, majority of them, is not a first down. Now, it can result in a first down if they cross the line of game, but it don't become a first down just because of the foul. There's only 3 things, guys, in high school football that gives you that 3 fouls in high school football that comes with an automatic or includes an awarded first down. The first one is roughing the snapper. On a kick, the snapper is protected. You cannot hit the snapper directly, and when the offense is in the kick scrimmage formation or field goal kick formation or scoring kick formation, you cannot hit the snapper directly. If you do, it is an awarded first down, 15-yard penalty. The next one is roughing the kicker or holder, right? So the guy who holds the ball is protected, and the guy who kicks the ball is protected. You can try to block it, but if you rough my holder or you rough my kicker, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot and awarded a first down. And the last one is roughing the passer. So these three, and we always say everything up the middle, right? You want to know what gives you what fouls includes a first down? Everything up the middle. The snapper, the kicker, holder, and the passer. They all up the middle of the offense. And those are the only three, again, only three that includes a first down if the foul is accepted, which typically it is accepted. So all that other stuff, that personal foul, that fighting, that unsportsmanlike conduct foul, if a team is 20 yards behind their line to gain and they get a 15-yard penalty, and all it's going to be is replay a down and 5 to go. It's not an awarded first down. Right? So remember that. Only three. You may see it on your quiz. All right. The third way Team A can get an awarded first down is an accepted penalty by B leaves A at or beyond the line of game. Right? So again, we're talking about, let's say there's a personal foul by B, right? And let's say there is first and 10 and a personal foul by B. Well, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty, which is going to push Team A beyond their line of game, which they will get a first. And that's what the confusion, that's where everybody assumes that it is automatic first down, because typically when a foul that large is given, if a team is not pushed all the way back, it typically results in the first down. So everybody assumes that those are always first downs. All right, there's one more way that Team A can receive an awarded first down during their series with the ball. That is, if Team A has possession after a change of possession by B during the down. So A has the ball, A fumbles. B recovers the ball and starts advancing. All right. A tackles B and B fumbles the ball again. A recovers the ball. And because they recovered the ball from a possession by B, they get awarded a new series of downs. So those are the four ways that Team A can receive an awarded first down: is 1, by reaching themselves; 2, by a foul that includes an awarded first down; 3, a foul by B that pushes them at or beyond the line of game; and then 4, a change of possession and a rechange back of possession that Team A got their ball back, and then they get awarded another series of. All right, let's look at Team B. Obviously, the obvious way Team B can get awarded first down is by stopping A from advancing to the line of game on fourth down, right? So they can stop them all 4 down and don't let them get to the line of game. B will be awarded a new series of downs, and they'll become A, and then A will become B. 2, gain possession of the ball via fumble or interception, right? gain possession of the ball, I get to keep the ball, I get awarded a new series of downs. 3, declining a penalty that leaves team A behind the line of game after 4th down. So again, A has the ball, and let's say it is illegal shift, okay? And it's 4th down and 5. Illegal shift. A threw the ball, it was incomplete pass. We ask B, if you accept the foul, they get a replay 4th down. If you decline the foul, it'd be your ball because it didn't reach the line of game. B gonna obviously decline it, and B will get the ball. Or an accepted penalty on 4th down, which carries a loss of down for team A. Now, there are 4 fouls that carry a loss of down for team A. The first one is illegal handing the ball forward, right? Very simple. You know, you can throw it lateral, you can throw it on the same yard line as your teammate, or you can throw it behind you, or you can pitch it back. But if you go beyond the line of scrimmage, you cannot pitch or throw a ball ahead of your yard line to any of your teammates, all right? That's called illegal handling the ball forward, or I'm sorry, just hand it to them in front of you, not behind you. It is a loss of down. Illegal forward pass, being beyond the line of scrimmage, the neutral zone, when you throw a forward pass, or you throw more than one forward pass. Intentional grounding, not NFL, guys. There's no such thing as pockets, right? No such thing, and we'll cover that when we get there. And illegal touching. That is a lineman that is not an eligible receiver touching a legal forward pass. All right. So what happens? It's 4th down, and you have intentional grounding. It's come with a 5-yard penalty and a loss of down. So B can accept the foul. It was 4th down. It's going to push them 5 yards back. And because it's a loss of down, we found a loss of down is the right to replay a down. They don't get to replay 4th down. And now B is awarded a new series of downs, 4 consecutive downs. All right. So let's go to Team K. All right, there's Team K on a free kick, and there's Team K on a scrimmage kick. All right, Team A on a free kick. The only way Team K can be awarded a new series of downs on a free kick if they recover a grounded loose ball beyond our free kick line and no first touching by K. So simple. There's 2 things that needs to happen in order for A to be able to legally recover the ball. 1, the ball has to go 10 yards. And 2, the ball must be on the ground, right? So in other words, on a free kick, let's say the ball is kicked high in the air. Let's say it went 10 yards and K advanced and he caught the ball before it touched the ground. That is catching interference because K cannot touch a ball in flight on a free kick, right? It has to touch the ground first and it has to go 10 yards. If it does those 2 things and K recovers the ball before R gets it, it is 1st and 10. All right, on a scrimmage kick, to recover a grounded loose ball touched by R beyond the expanded neutral zone, right? No first touching by K. I know I didn't talk about first touching in the other one, but it's just simple. First touching in a free kick is the first 10 yards. If K touched the ball, not being blocked into the ball by R, within that first 10 yards, it's considered first touching. It's not a foul. It's not illegal touching. is first touching, and then R, and let's say they do recover it past the 10-yard mark, well, R can accept the first touching and they get the ball, and K loses the right to have the ball, right? First touching by K is beyond the neutral zone and scrimmage kick. So the ball goes beyond the neutral zone and K touched the ball before R touched the ball. It's first touching, and and K can't recover that. But let's say the ball is kicked. You've seen it. The ball's on the ground. R touches the ball. Now K has a legitimately can be able to recover the ball and keep the ball and be awarded a series of first downs. Okay. Something that there's a saying that we always say. K cannot advance a kick. All right. In other words, even though on a free kick, it's legal for K to recover the ball if it goes beyond the free kick, R's free kick line, and it's grounded, and they recover the ball. They can't advance it. All right. It becomes dead immediately when K recovers it. So K cannot advance a kick that's past R's free kick line. On a scrimmage kick, the same applies. If R touches it, K recovers it, K cannot advance the kick. It becomes dead, and it's K's ball. They become A. However, there is an opportunity for a scrimmage kick that K can advance it, and that is when a loose ball is in or behind the neutral zone. The ball remains live and belongs to K, and the down counts. All right. So let's say it's blocked, right? And the ball goes back behind the line of the neutral zone. K can actually pick it up and throw a forward pass. You only get to throw one legal forward pass, so they can run it. All right. And that is legal, and that down counts. So if they reach their line of game, they get awarded a new series of downs. If they don't, the down counts, and if it's fourth down, B gets the ball, R, which is B in half, they get the ball and it be awarded them the first down. So remember, if the ball if a scrimmage kick is behind the neutral zone, it's loose, they can recover it and advance it. But if the ball is beyond the neutral zone and R has touched it and K is legally allowed to recover it, they can't advance it. Right? All right. R. See, in those instances, K only have one way to get awarded first down. R has several ways. The inbound spot, if R touches the ball before the ball goes out of bounds. So the ball, free kick, the ball goes, R touches the ball, it goes out of bounds. The inbound spot will be the foremost point of the ball that went out of bounds at the yard line is R the ball. 2, at the spot, if K recovers the ball before it travels 10 yards. So, and there's no first touching by R. So if the ball is kicked, and even though it didn't go 10 yards, if it's grounded and the front R person touches it and it bounced back to K, K gets to keep it because R touched it. However, if K just try to do a onside kick, whatever case may be, and the K player lands on it within that 10-yard neutral zone kind of sort of, it belongs to R, does not belong to K. 3, at the spot of first touching by K, if K touched the ball before it travels 10 yards. First touching by K is canceled if R touches the kick and thereafter during the down commits a foul, or if the penalty is accepted for any foul committed during the down. So what we're talking about, the ball is kicked. While the ball is in the 10-yard neutral zone, K touches it. Now we got a bean bag because we got first touch. The ball continues. R picks up the ball. As R advances the ball, we have a block in the back on R9. okay? Because there was a block in the back and there was a foul, if K accepts the foul, that first touching is nullified, and we mark off the foul from the spot of the foul, and that's where R will get the ball. R cannot say I want first touching when they committed a foul during the down. The foul takes precedence over. All right, and the last way R can get awarded a first down on a free kick is joint possession by R and K of a recovered kick. So it went 10 yards, it's grounded, K can legally recover it, R can legally recover it. They dove in together, and they both have joint possession of it. The ball becomes dead immediately and is awarded to R. Guys, again, this is not professional football, all right? Professional football, you get a scrum, and whoever comes up with the ball wins, all right? We got to understand that when we have joint possession, the ball automatically goes to A or it goes to R, right? And if there is any doubt that who had joint possession, we automatically go with R and we go with A, all right? So if you're not sure who had possession of it, I don't care who comes up with the ball, all right? They have joint possession before everybody starts jumping on the ball is dead and it automatically belongs to R and it automatically belongs to A. There's no, well, K came up with the ball or B came up with the ball. No, joint possession always goes with R. R on a scrimmage kick. Joint possession again. Joint possession, it goes to R. Goes out of bounds, it goes to R. And becomes dead by rule. Is it across the goal line or at rest and nobody's trying to recover it? It becomes dead. R gets the ball. All right. Start of first touching by K. If K touched the ball beyond the expanded neutral zone before touched by R. All right. So again, first touching by K. Then whatever happens after that, even if K recovers it, as long as that's been touched by R first, it's going to go to first touching. It's not a foul. We drop a beanbag. R gets awarded first down. We're talking about awarded first downs and how you get awarded first down. All right. So that was it. Now, I hope I didn't go too fast. We have a lot to cover, unfortunately. And if I got to do a part 2, we will. But anyway, down with the fouls. Okay. So let's look at what happens if there's some fouls that happens during a down. All right. So we got to look at what there's an acceptance. How would that affect the down? If there's a declination of a foul, how would that affect the down? If there's a double foul, how would that affect the down? A dead ball foul. A foul simultaneously with the snap. A combination foul. Then you got special enforcement fouls. And you got non-player and unsportsmanlike conduct fouls. So you thought officiating was easy, right? You thought it was just going out there, blowing the whistle, throwing the flag. There's a lot to this, guys. And that's why it's so important that you guys be part of these Zebra Zoom classes, because there's a lot to officiating that people just take for granted, and you got to know all of this. All right, so let's look at it. Acceptance. The number of the next down is the same as that down during which the foul occurred, unless it is a combination foul. Hey guys, make sure you mute yourself. Somebody unmute themselves. Okay. So a regular foul that there's not a combination foul, in other words, a loss of down foul, or includes a first down. If it's not a combination foul, we will repeat the down, right? That's important. So then with a line ball foul, we'll mark it off. And hey, with second down, we're gonna say again, hey, I got second down. Right? I want to hear a reply. I got second down. We're good to go. All right. All right, a declination of a foul. The number of the next down is the same as if the foul had not occurred. Obviously, they decline the foul. That means they decline the whatever the foul was, and now it's just going to be next down. Like the foul never happened. If it was second down, now it's third. If it's third down, now it's fourth. If it's fourth down, now it's a change of possession. All right, a double foul. All right, you have a double foul, you have multiple fouls. There's two different things. A double foul is a foul. One or more live ball fouls are committed by each team at such a time that the penalties offset. That does not include non-player and unsportsmanlike conduct fouls. We're just talking about live ball fouls. All right, number of the next down is the same as that of the down in which the foul occurred. In other words, we're gonna bring it back, offset, and replay the down. All right, the dead ball foul. We're talking about dead ball fouls before the down, not after the down. So a dead ball foul before the down. Remember, we looked at this last week. A game official to indicate the ball remains dead by sounding a whistle immediately when a foul occurs before a snap or a free kick. So dead ball foul, we're gonna blow the whistle right away. We're gonna now let the play get off. And the number of the next down after enforcement is the same as the down established before the foul occurred. So the second down, we got encouragement on defense, mark off 5. Unless they reach the line of game, we're gonna replay the down, second down, and keep it rolling. False start, move it back 5, second down, keep it rolling. All right, simultaneous with the snap. So we're gonna be going over what fouls simultaneous with the snap, but just think like a legal shift or a legal formation or a legal motion. Those fouls don't become fouls until the snap if it's not fixed before the snap. I know, a lot. But simultaneous with the snap, act which becomes, there's a definition, guys, an act which becomes a foul when the ball is snapped or free kick. So it's not a foul until the ball is snapped, which means they have time to fix it. The number of the next down after enforcement is the same as the number established before the foul occurred. Obviously, we got third down and we got a legal shift. We're gonna mark it back 5 yards and replay third down. All right, combination. Most people call it a combination foul. Best penalty acceptance included first down or loss of down. In other words, there's not only a penalty, a yardage foul, but then it may come with a first down or it may come with a loss of down. So we need to know, right? If it's a loss of down and they didn't get, and it's fourth down, it's B's ball. If it's a roughing the passer, A retains the ball and get a first down, even though they don't cross the line of game, they get a first down. All right, so special enforcements, we're not gonna really go over it here, we're just talking about it. A post-scrimmage kick foul, which has its own little formula. You're gonna see that in Rule 2, and we'll cover it later on. A kick catching interference, they can do a free kick. They go get a 15-yard penalty and a re-kick, 15-yard penalty and keep the ball. K fouls and R select succeeding spot enforcement, especially like after a score. So, when they scored a touchdown, there was a foul, a free kick. R can say, I want to keep the ball and mark, tag on the fouls and keep it rolling. All right. So let's talk about unsportsmanlike conduct and non-player, because this is where we get in trouble about what's the down and stuff like that. So first of all, we got to define unsportsmanlike conduct. All right. Let's talk about the basic spot. Okay. So the basic spot is the succeeding spot. This is in Rule 10. We're not there, but I just want to, I'm laying the foundation to talk about what we're doing here. All right.
You said, come here.
I'm muted. Okay, so the basic spot is the succeeding spot for an unsportsmanlike foul, for a dead ball foul, for a non-player foul, and when the final result is a touchback. The succeeding spot is where the ball would next be snapped or free kick if a foul had not occurred. All right. So in other words, unsportsmanlike conduct fouls, dead ball fouls, non-player fouls, basically what it's saying, it doesn't affect what happened during the down. Okay. And it can't change what happened during the down. The succeeding spot means if I scored a touchdown, the succeeding spot is the extra point or the kickoff by rule. So in other words, if I run it for a touchdown and I do a little dance and taunt the guy and I score a touchdown, that's even though it was a live ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, it is marked from the succeeding spot, which means it's not a spot foul, it's not a previous spot foul, it's a succeeding spot foul. So in other words, he gets to keep his touchdown. Is it going to be enforced at the kickoff or the extra point? All right. If a coach runs on the field while a player is running for a touchdown, if that coach didn't participate or hinder or knock somebody over so he can score a touchdown, that's unfair ice. But let's say he just came on the field and we threw a foul for a non-player foul for being on the field, and his player scored. It's not, even though it happened during a live ball, we don't take the touchdown back and mark it off where the coach came on the field. It's a succeeding spot foul, which means the extra point or the kickoff. All right. So it does not take away from anything that happens during a down. So what are we talking about? Let's say A gets a first down, right? And during that, while A was running the ball, getting the first, let's say the quarterback is mad at the referee because he thinks he should have got roughing the passer, and he cuts out the referee. And the referee throw an unsportsmanlike conduct foul on A, the court passer. But yet, while the ball is going, A crosses the line of game, right? Even though he cuts out the referee while the ball is live, we don't take back the first down, because wherever the dead ball happens, that's the succeeding spot. So they get the first, and then we mark off 15 yards, and then it's going to be 1st and 10 where we at. But it doesn't take away. The same thing the other way around. Let's say it was 4th down, right? A don't reach the line of game, right? And during the play, I say A was running, B got held. B mad because the referee didn't call the holding. So B cuts out the ref. The ref throws a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct. B stops A from getting the first down. So the next succeeding spot will be B's ball at 1st and 10. So we don't tack on the 15 yards, even though it happened during the live. It would change possession. It will be B's ball. Now we mark off the 15 yards, and it'd be 1st and 10 for B. All right? If I confuse you, look over the tape. All right? All right. A new series consideration. After 1st, 2nd, or 3rd down, a new series of downs shall be awarded only after considering the effects of any act of the down other than non-player or unsportsmanlike fouls by A and any dead ball foul by B, right? So even though even a dead ball foul is a succeeding spot foul, we're talking about first, second, and third, right? So if A gets a first down anywhere in first, second, and third, although it might be a non-player unsportsmanlike conduct foul, like we said before, it doesn't affect that. They still get the first. However, if B commits a dead ball foul, the succeeding spot is second down. We mark off the 15 yards, and if it gives A the first, they get the first. The other one is after fourth down, a new series of downs shall be awarded only after considering the effects of any act during the down, except non-player and unsportsmanlike. So make a difference if B commits unsportsmanlike conduct or A commits unsportsmanlike conduct. That has nothing to do on change of possession or maintaining the ball. That is a succeeding spot foul. So whatever happened, and we'll mark it off after we do a change of possession or award A new series of downs. All right. So hope you get that. All right. Got 5 minutes and a whole bunch of slides. Section 3. Oh, we may make it. May go a little bit over, but we may make it. All right. The line to gain and measurements. All right. So obviously we're talking about being awarded a first down. We're talking about reaching the line to gain. So now let's talk about the line to gain. All right, the line to gain. We're going to go back to rule 1. All right, a yardage chain which joins 2 rods exactly 10 yards apart, and any other 10-yard indicator with a visible line to gain indicator shall be used as the official line to gain equipment. All right, they got to be provided by home management. All right, but this is the line to gain. The official line to gain and the down indicator shall be operated approximately 2 yards outside the sideline. Guys, I brought this up for a reason. A few weeks ago, I did a semi-pro game where I was the headlines and I was working the chain. Now, on this video, on this picture, you see they're at the by rule spot, 2 yards back off the line. All right. I have what I call off the sideline spot. It's like midway. But anyways, I was marking the ball. I'm marking the chains in the down box about what I like to do as a compromise to all. The coach looked at me, he got mad at me talking about, hey man, why the chains not on the sideline? I'm like, because they don't go there. Well, every game I do, the refs have the chains on the sideline. You trying to tell me all those refs are wrong? I'm like, pretty much. Oh, so you're the only one that's doing it right. I'm like, I don't know, but I'm telling you, the chains don't go immediately on the sideline. All right? And that's something that we have to stop doing, guys. We've got to stop putting those chains on the sideline and keep them off. Right here, it's too close. All right? It's not your safety as well as the player's safety is in jeopardy. Because if that play runs your way and those players directly behind you, how are you going to back up and get out of the way before you get your ACL torn? Or how much time do those players have the time to react to move out the way before they get their legs taken out and get injured? We got to stay off the sideline. I don't know how we started doing that, but that is not football. So, what is my off the spot compromise? Here we go. Let's look at it.
Audience, how y'all doing? All right, so what we're talking about in the class, I want to show you how we want to see you guys work the chains and how to place them on the field. All right, don't worry about going to 2 yards. What we want to do is see your feet on the sideline, and then mark back here, and then have your box, your chain, mark this part off the sideline. What it's going to do is going to give you space and also provide safety not only for you, but also your volunteers who work in the chain. That way, when the players coming this way or a play coming this way, they have more time to react to get out the way, and you do, so you're not getting ran over. Point two I want to talk about is that, well, as a good fighter, what I normally do, if we're going this way, I tell my boxer, I'm going to mark with this foot when we're going this way. And when we're going this way, I'm going to mark with this. That's great. That's a great advice there. So referees want to see, make sure you let your hand lines bend on if you work the wing. No, that we're looking for that this season. We want y'all to mark the ball, not only directly on the sideline, not only for your safety, but also the safety for your volunteers. All right, guardians? All right, back to the class.
All right, guys. Let's see. All right. All right. Lines of game fundamentals. All right. 10 yards in advance of the ball or most point when a new series of down is awarded. Okay. Now, honestly, I don't really like Rule 5 because it goes this foremost point and it does all this thing. I get lost, but we're going to help break it down to you today. All right, 10 yards in advance of the ball or most point when a new series of downs is awarded. And all fouls, including non-player and unsportsmanlike conduct committed prior to the ready for play, shall be administered before the line of game is established. I'd abbreviate because I run out of space. What are we talking about? This is where you hear coaches where they get the first down, and let's say there was a dead ball personal foul, or there was unsportsmanlike conduct. The offended coach like, all right, that's fine. They get a first down, but now you got to mark off the 15 yards, and they're going to be first and 25. No. So any dead ball foul, any unsportsmanlike conduct foul that happened during the down, although they're going to get the first, they get to keep the first. The line of the game, if it's before the next ready for play whistle, everything gets reset. So you go back 15 yards and then you reset the chains. First and 10. All right. There's no such thing as, oh, I committed unsportsmanlike conduct, but I got the first. I'm gonna spot the chains here, then I'm gonna mark it off. And now it's gonna be first and 25. No go. All right. And you hear sometimes coaches will scream for that type of administration, but that's not how it works. All right. Now, let's say we spot the ball. The referee gives a ready for play. And now we have a unsportsmanlike conduct or a dead ball foul. Now we do mark the 15-yard penalty. The chains do stay where they're at, and now it's first and 25. All right. All right. Rule 532. The referee may call for the head linesman to bring the official line of game equipment on the field for measurement. We're not going to go through, it has a whole bunch of things like it's got to be parallel to the sideline and blah, 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 blah. When we get to mechanics, we'll cover that. I'm going to skip that portion. If you want to read it, Rule 532, you can read it. Now, the next portion I want to bring out here, there's an exception. Note, a measurement request may be requested by the captain prior to the ball being ready for play. So if I put it ready for play, there's no request. But it may be denied if the referee's opinion, see that part there, guys? It says the referee opinion. It didn't say referee facts. It's the opinion of the referee that either it is or it isn't that matters. It's not nobody else's opinion that matters. Not the coaches, not the captains, the referee opinion. If it's obvious that the line of game has or has not been reached. Scenario, let's say team A is out of timeouts. Okay? Let's say that there's only 15 seconds left on the clock. All right? Let's say it's third down. Team A runs the ball. Get close to the line of the game, but no cigar. So they're out of timeouts. They probably won't get the snap off before the clock runs out. So as a ploy, the captain say, hey, referee, can I get a measurement? Because that's going to cause a what? An official timeout. They're going to stop the clock, right? So now you're going to stop the clock. You're going to do a measurement. It's not there. Then you got to move the chains all the way back and get reset. While you're doing that, A is right under the snapper, ready to do snap and throw the ball down and get the stop clock on an incomplete pass. And you helped them out. You gave A the opportunity to stop the clock from running out. So if it's not obvious, you can deny it and let the clock run out. You do not have to give it. All right. Foremost point of the ball. All right. So what is this foremost point of the ball? Come on, little. Okay. Football. All right. If we're going, if I'm on offense and I'm going this direction, the foremost point of the ball is here, close to the defense side. This is considered the rear point of the ball. All right. Foremost point is referred to as the point of the ball that's close to the defense side, the direction I'm going in. Okay. All right. Our new series. When the direction of an offense changes, the foremost point of the ball becomes the rear point where the ball became dead. So in other words, I'm running the ball. I don't get my first down, but this is the first point of the ball. I'm going this way. Now, the other team, this becomes the foremost point of the ball. All right. Okay. Does not involve a fourth down, incomplete forward pass, a safety, or a touchback. All right. So even though the change of possession on those three, this does not apply to that. And the reason why, a safety and a touchback, the foremost point of the ball is placed on the 20-yard line, right? Touchback goes to 20-yard line, safety goes to 20-yard line. Now, what about an incomplete pass? Because we talked, there's three of them. Let's talk about incomplete pass. A fourth down incomplete forward pass, the ball is placed at the previous spot so that the rear point becomes the furthest point. Now there's something about this, and then again, we're going to look at it right now. I got my assistant that's going to talk about this. Let's see what he has to say.
All right, guys.
What other guy?
Say something wrong?
Yes, my name is Andre.
Okay. Like Andre saying.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Like Andre was saying, we're going to show you hands on what we're talking about. Rule 5, 3, and 3. On fourth down incomplete pass, the ball goes back to the previous spot, and the rear point becomes the furthest point, which means that's going to be a replacement of the down box and the rear chains. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I got some props here. This is a football. And we're going to pretend that this is the down box, okay? Now, the mark down indicator. The down indicator right here on the line. So, if we're going this way, downfield, just consider the furthest point of the ball, and just consider the rear point. Okay? So, what happens is, on a fourth down, incomplete pass, the ball is thrown, it's incomplete. When we bring the ball back, the rules say that the ball goes back to the previous spot, which is here. And it also says that now the rear point, which is here, now becomes the furthest point. So, and we know right there in rule 5.3.3, it says that that rod, the inside rod, should be placed on the So now we're going this way. So what that means is now we got to reposition the down box, which is the length of the football. So that's basically what needs to happen. I know, well, no one does that. Well, just because they have been taught the proper way doesn't mean they've been doing it the right way. And this is the correct way to do it by rule. Because if you don't, this is what happens. So let's say this is where the down box is on the fourth down incomplete pass. But you're going to bring the ball back and you want to put it here. Well, that's not the previous spot. The previous spot is here. Right? So that means what you have to do is put the ball back in its previous spot and reposition your down box, down indicator to that point, the length of the football. All right? So there's three things here that you need to remember. One, on a fourth down incomplete pass, you're going to return the ball back to its previous spot. Right? Two, the rear point now becomes the furthest point, and the down box is now repositioned at the furthest point of the ball. So I hope you got that, and I hope you understand that, guardians. And we're going to take it back to the other, Andre.
Thank you.
We're going to take it back to him. See ya.
All right, guys. So, basically, that's what needs to happen, all right? So after a incomplete forward pass on fourth down, you should be taking your down box and moving it to the foremost point. I know I was saying furthest point on there, but the foremost point. This is my first time acting, so I apologize. I have nobody correcting me. So you want to move it back to the foremost point of the ball, all right? The length of the box should be moving up the length of the football on an incomplete fourth down pass. Now you know more than a lot of other people do. All right, the last one, and we're almost done here. A ball touching the goal line plane when it becomes dead in the end zone, even though it is moving away from the near end line and has its furthest point in the field of play. All right. So if I'm trying to, if I'm a runner and I have the ball and I'm in the end zone, I'm trying to run out. Even though I got the foremost point of the ball out of the goal line, if any part of that ball is still on the goal line, it's the whole ball is considered to be in the end zone. All right. Each goal line shall be entirely in its end zone. So in other words, even though it's a 4-inch line, that whole line is considered to be in the end zone. Right. So it's not like the white line is just in the field of play. Then when you cross the back side of the line, you're in the end zone. No, that whole white line on that goal line is in the end zone. Right? That's why when somebody just breaks the plane, it's a touchdown. All right. So the last one, and I promise you to be my last acting thing here, but let's look at this.
All right, guys. The last time you want to see me here. So the last article in section 3.5, it says all touching the goal line plane when it becomes dead is in the end zone, even though it is moving away from near the end line and has its burning point on the field of play. All right, what are we talking about? That's a proper game. So there's a couple of things here that we need to realize. We're talking about momentum, touchback, or safety. All right. So in other words, if I'm in it and I'm trying to run out, and let's say I'm running out and I get tackled, let's say I stretch out, and when I stretch out, I land like this. Okay. Although the first point of the ball is in the field of play, the rear point is still touching the goal line, so this is still considered in the end zone. Right? Whenever you fall here, the ball is considered still in the end zone. Because by rule, the end zone part out here, I'm running around, trying to get away, I run into my end zone. This is accountant. And I'm trying to get out. It says, no, I spent there. It's still considered in the end zone. That would be a safety. Right? So remember, when this ball is be considered completely into the field of play, the entire ball must be out of the goal line, and no portion of it that touches the goal line or is considered to be an end zone. Right? So again, thank you for I hope these little video tutorials we did adding to our class helped you out tremendously. And I'll see you on the other side, audience. Peace.
All righty. And I think that is it. You can unmute yourself if you have any questions about anything we covered. If I went too fast, I apologize. I was just trying to call in.